It's now March, and what that means is there is a new seasonal item available in Grounded. It's only going to be available for the month of March. Once March ends, it'll be gone from the game until next March. So you're going to want to farm this up if you haven't already done so. And that new item is going to be the Rainbow Chocolate Chunk. The Rainbow Chocolate Chunk is a chunk of holiday chocolate used to craft wonderfully thematic items. Consuming it will give you Sugar Rush. I would recommend not consuming it until you've actually used it to make the Lucky Hat. That's the main reason we're looking for this. And the reason we want to get the Lucky Hat is it can give you 2 different bonuses. So the Lucky Hat is a delightfully green hat said to bring luck and joy, but inspires you to become slightly violent. And what it's going to give you is it's going to unlock, just wearing it's going to give you Playful Pinch. Playful Pinch increases damage against anything not wearing green by 20%. That means that if you have it equipped, any bug you're attacking that does not have green in it, so we're thinking about the like wolf spiders, the black widows, most of the bosses, I'm trying to think, do any of the bosses have green on them? Anything that does not have green on it, you're going to do 20% extra damage just from wearing it, even at level 1. So even if it's not leveled up, of course, you probably want to level it up. Leveling it up to the, and I have it equipped here, you level it up to the level 5 or level 6 Sleek Path, you're also going to get Loot Luck. Loot Luck means you're more likely to obtain rare resources from creatures. And what that means is it's going to, just wearing this is going to increase the drop rate of loot from creatures by 10%. And you can also combine that with the Mutations Dissection Expert and Rascal Rogue, as well as the Sticky Fingers Trinket to maximize your chances of getting rare items from creatures. The rare items I'm thinking about would be most likely the boss trinkets. So if you're trying to farm boss trinkets, you're having bad luck, and you can withstand fighting it with just this armor on instead of like something much stronger, you can wear this hat, use those 2, the Sticky Fingers Trinket, Dissection Expert, and Rascal Rogue, and you can actually have a better chance of getting the item. And actually, I'm pretty sure you can actually equip them after you kill the boss before you loot the body. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. But anyway, in order to craft this, what you're going to need is you're going to need the Rainbow Chocolate Chunk here. And you'll get that from the little gold candy coins that are around the map. And I'm going to show you the route that I take for farming these items, for farming the special items like this that are seasonal. Before I do that, make sure if you find this video helpful, you hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already done so. It really helps the channel out. One thing I would definitely recommend is when you get the chocolate chunk candy, or when you get the rainbow chunk candy, you're going to notice you can analyze it. Make sure you analyze it before you use it. Just do that one time just so you knock that out of the way and get a little bit of raw science. So with that said, how do I go about farming them? Well, the way I go about farming them is, at least for me, this is the way I've been doing it since I came back to the game. I have a little route that I take, and I'll just show you it. Now, for purposes of making this video, I did jump into a creative world just so it's more efficient for recording it. So I don't want anybody yelling, oh, why aren't the bugs attacking you? The bug attacks are turned off just to show you the quickest route here. I will tell you this is a relatively safe route. This is the route that I use in the new save that I created in my Forever world. But here's what I do. I come over here next to the fallen log. And the reason I come over here first is because there are 2 food drops. And the way it works is the new candy can drop at any place where there's human food that drops. So here you'll see there's 2 drops. And what you want to do is you want to break these 2. And even if it's not what you want to break it. The reason you want to break it is because the next in-game day, at least from my experience, these will respawn the next in-game day. And you'll break both of those, come back the next day if they're not here, and then you'll have a double chance of getting the item that you're looking for. Next up, I'm going to run over here by where the little larva hideout over here in the corner. Now, you do want to be careful. Right now, this would be early in the game, and the wolf spiders would not be running around, but there are a couple wolf spider spawns over here, so you want to be careful. Going through this tunnel will prevent you from having to deal with the aggro from the beetles, but there's also a bunch of larvae over here, and you'll notice that here is, in fact, the actual candy here. This is the gold candy that we are looking for. And with it being a tier 2 here, you're going to need at least the tier 2 hammer. So you'll need a tier 2 or a tier 3 hammer. Insect hammer will be useful, or the black ox hammer. We're going to bust this up and see what it drops. So you'll notice it's got rainbow inside of there. And what we're looking for is actually the rainbow candy here. And it's only going to drop 1 of them. Now, the candy that was in the previous seasonal drops for February dropped 5. But here we're looking for the actual rainbow chocolate chunk. So we got the rainbow chocolate chunk there. You do want to grab the rest of the chocolate anyway, because you're going to need that to craft the hat. And one thing I didn't mention was the crafting cost of the hat is actually, let's go down there and look at that. Because it will be, you're not going to be able to craft this early game. So if you're just starting out the game, you just want to grab this stuff here before it ends up disappearing when April 1st comes around. You're going to need clover leaves, you're going to need pupa leather, which you're going to only be able to get from the upper yard. And to get that, you're going to need the termite axe to be able to chop it. You're going to need 5 pieces of chocolate, which you can get from this candy, or you could have got it from the previous month. from the previous candy, and then you're gonna need 2 rainbow chocolate chunks. You're actually gonna have to find 2 of these, so make sure you grab all the chocolate. And like what I usually do is I usually just grab all the junk that it drops as well, because it just makes it easier the next day when the food respawns to be able to get it. So after I grab that one, what I do is I come over here and I go to the next possible food spawn, and you can do this probably within, I don't know, 5 or 6 minutes. You can do this within just the morning, and there is a wolf spider spawn in there. Within just the morning of the game, like before noon, you can do this spawn, or do this run. This is what I was doing the other day on stream. I was actually running around and just farming the candy because I wanted to get as much of the candy for February that I could possibly get the chocolate smoochies candy, since it was limited time. And I was able to get a ton of it. Actually, one of the times that double food spawn actually had 2 of the candies. So each one of those drops 5. So I was able to get something like 25. Now, this is a possible food spawn. And one thing I noticed was it seems like on my newer save, I don't really see food here very often. On my older saves, it's here like almost all the time. I don't know what that's all about, but that just seems to be the case. And then the last place we're going to go is we're going to go all the way over here. And there are other food spawns. So there may be up in the upper yard, or if you go to the sandbox and there's food spawns over there. They just happen to be like really far out of the way. And to be completely honest, this one over here it's a little bit out of the way. The 3 that I just hit, if you just wanted to hit those 3 each day, you have 4 different possible food spawns. And even if the one that I showed as letter C doesn't show up for you, like it's not showing up for me very often, the A and B are going to give you 3 food spawns a day. And yeah, like I said, breaking them is going to give you a chance of having the new candy show up to be able to get it right pretty quickly. So heading over here, you're going to go over by this. There's a soda can over here and like a billy hog tray, and there's going to be food over here. So this is another piece of food that you can drop, and it'll just show you that's here. And just to show you the little route I took, it's going to be, I like to start here. I started at the baseball just to show you as like a starting route, but I like to go here. This is where the double candy spawn is, by the fallen log. Then over here between the deck and the hedge is going to be another spawn. That's where the gold candy actually was dropped. Then I go back over to here. This is by where the fallen plank is. There is a wolf spider that can come out from under there, but normally during the day I don't usually see it. This one's here. You could actually just do CA. It's really up to you. I just go here and here because I like to do these 2 first. This one's the one that's not showing up 100% of the time for me. These seem to be showing up pretty much all the time. Then you can go all the way over here by the Jabby Cola can and the Billy Hog tray, and there'll be food here. There's also, I know there's food that's over here under the table. This one didn't seem to respawn. There is food on the picnic table as well. But if you're just trying to get like a very easy, simple circuit, I'd recommend just going to A and B. And then if C spawns for you, great. But these 2 give you a three chances a day. Farm those up, and then if you're unlucky, come back the next day. The fortunate thing with this is you only need 2 pieces to actually make it. You don't, however many hats you need to make. So maybe if you have a group of 4, you need 8 pieces of it, or you can just duplicate the hat after you craft it. But it's going to be much easier than actually farming the candy for the chocolate smoochies candy, which you needed to make arrows, because the arrows that it makes are going to be limited use. So once you use them, they just kind of lose the effect. So anyway, if you found this video helpful, make sure to hit the like button, consider subscribing for more content just like this. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.